special meeting of the Washington State Human Rights Commission. It is in pursuant to RCW 4230-080, and that is the special meetings allocation for the state. And the purpose of this special meeting is to only deal with issues that are related to interviews for the executive director that are coming up. So we have 2 or 3 things that we need to resolve before the interviews happen, and we'll go through those. But first, I would like to take the roll.
Chair Deborah Cook.
Present.
Commissioner James Moore.
Present.
Commissioner Jeff Spey.
Present.
Executive Director Sharon Ortiz.
Present.
Assistant Attorney General Sharon James.
Present.
Assistant Attorney General Kristen Lamson.
Present.
And for everyone else that's on the line, if you can please identify yourself for the record. We'll just go ahead and begin. Maybe they're having technical difficulties.
Okay, yes, we will. All right, thank you. So we have a couple of things to do this morning real quickly, hopefully. The first of those is to determine whether or not we received an additional applicant who does look to be qualified. After we had our last meeting and our executive session to consider whether to interview the individuals we have as applicants for the executive director position. So we did receive an additional application, and the question before the commissioners is whether we would like to add her to the interview schedule. And I did not schedule this as an executive session discussion because I didn't think it would require a review and discussion among the commissioners. If it turns out to not be the case, then we would have to schedule that. But at this time, are any of the commissioners interested to move that Carrie, I believe it's Bossis, not sure how to pronounce it, it be added to the interview schedule?
So moved.
Thank you. And is there a second?
Commissioner Moore.
All right, thank you. And is there a second? Okay, we don't have a second, so this would mean that we wouldn't be able to add her unless we went into executive session to have that conversation and work through that process. We can do that, but what I guess I'd like to do is to go through the rest of the agenda first and see what's happening. So if we do, first of all, so then the next thing that I guess I'd like to talk about is the interview panel, because this will be the case regardless of what happens with adding a person. So we have a challenge about the interview panel, and that is that we've learned that Commissioner Moore is not able to stay past noon on the day of the interviews that are scheduled. That is really, really super unfortunate because we already had the interviews scheduled before we learned this, and so this is a really unfortunate situation. As a result, the expectation and requirement is that we have a consistent panel for all of the interviews. So what this would mean is that in the first round of interviews, Commissioner Moore would not be able to participate, excuse me, would not be able to participate in the interviews. So that, that poses a problem for me, but it's something that we probably can live with. He, of course, would be able to participate in any second round and final decision making, but he would not be able to participate in the first round unless you were able to adjust your schedule to, make the whole day. And the whole day is amounting to right now till about probably 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The second piece of this is that because of that, and also just because it would be potentially a good idea, staff have proposed that we consider adding, oh gosh, what's her first name, Sharon? I'm just totally blanking today. I'm sorry.
Colleen.
Colleen. God, see, before I couldn't remember her last name. Now I've got that down, and so I've been sick the last 4 days, so I'm a little wonky. Colleen Melody from the Civil Rights Division for EOC, and would be our could be an external panelist for us. She would not be able to vote on any decision making, so she would be an ex officio member, but she would be able to participate in the interview process, and she comes highly recommended to do this by staff, and she is willing and available. So I wanted to propose, especially in view of the difficulty that we have around having the entire commission present for this first round, that we, but I think I would like to propose that we do it regardless, that we add Colleen Melody to the interview panel. So I would start by entertaining a motion that we do that, and then we can certainly have any discussion.
Jeff Spay, so moved.
Thank you. All right, and is there a second?
Seconded.
Thank you. All right, so Commissioner Spay moves, Commissioner Moore seconds that we add Colleen Melody to the interview panel, and now I'm open for any discussion on that. And I'm not hearing any. It seems to me like a really, really good idea to do. So I think it's great. I think to get some additional input at this level is super good. So I'm going to go ahead and call for the question and ask for all in favor to say aye.
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 Thank you. And any opposed? All right, thank you. So we will take care of doing that. Okay, so the other thing is that we haven't added the additional candidate to the interview group yet, and if we do, we're proposing that we would start the meeting rather than scheduling that interview at the end of the meeting. We're proposing that we would start the meeting at 8:30 instead of 9:30 on the date of the interviews. So that's how we would like to get around that. So I guess we need to go into executive session to have discussion about the additional candidate since we were not able to vote on that. So can we, yes.
Commissioner Moore, do we need to make a vote on moving the time of the commission
Oh,
meeting?
I guess we can. Sure, we can certainly do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Thank you. So, yeah, I would accept a motion that if we don't have the additional candidate, then we will still meet at 9:30, and if we do have the additional candidate, that we would move the meeting up to 8:30.
So moved. Jeff Spay.
Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Second.
Thank you. Very good. Yeah, thank you for catching that. All right. So we have a motion on the floor. All in favor of if we do have an additional candidate changing the meeting time to 8:30, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, now we're good. Thank you very much. Okay, so I was busy thinking about executive session here, so I was a little distracted. All right, so we probably need to have an executive session. So we're going to need to have staff set that up for us and send it out, I guess. And these never take too long, but it will take a second for staff to complete that. So
Can't we just do that right now? Sharon, James, Kristen? Just go right into executive session?
don't we have some,
5 minutes?
do we have some people on the line, don't we?
No, I think they left.
Oh, did they? Oh, if we don't have any extra people, we can just go into executive session.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, do you have the announcement, Chair, for going into executive session? It would be the same one as the last time. And just, yeah, make sure this is not going to be recorded or anything when you go into exec, except for the announcement.
I actually don't have it in front of me because I wasn't planning on going into executive session.
Okay, let me
see, maybe I do. Let me see if I do. Hold on. I could have. I have it on another device, but I'm not sure I have it here. Dang it, I'm sorry. All right. No, I don't see it here.
Here, if I forward this to you, will
Sure.
that?
Yep. Oh, you don't forward it. You can't forward it to me at the commission address because I'm not on that PC. I have it on. I think I have it on this other device.
Can't Sharon just read it on your behalf?
Yeah. Would that be okay this one time?
Well, I guess I can read it and then you can ratify it. I'm not sure. I've never had to do that before.
Well, I'm sorry.
Or you can repeat after me.
No, I don't think we need to do that. It's just
Okay.
There's just us. So,
Yeah, okay, I'll just read it.
Yeah.
The commission will move into executive session to evaluate the qualifications of an applicant for public employment for the executive director position pursuant to RCW 4230-110-1G. The executive session will start at 8:15. We anticipate it will last 5 minutes, then we will reconvene in public session at 8:20.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So do we need to vote on? We didn't have to vote on it before because it was part of our agenda. But I would say, or can I just call that the executive session?
Yeah, I think you can just
Okay.
say you adopt what I said, and
So yes, so
call
thank you
executive
for that, and we adopt what you said, and I'll be more prepared for unanticipated executive sessions in the future. All right. So we will need to resume the recording.
And we're good.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. We have returned from the executive session. The purpose of the executive session was to discuss only the additional applicant for the executive director position for the commission. And we have done that. No motions were taken, no voting occurred, and no other business was conducted during the executive session. And we returned to the regular session, and so the question before us is whether or not we would like to add the additional candidate to the roster to be interviewed. Is there any commissioner that would like to move that action or any other action? Because we also can choose not to do that.
This is Commissioner Moore. I move to interview Carrie Bassas.
Alrighty, thank you. And is there
And
a
Jeff
second?
Space second.
Thank you. All right, great. Okay, so it's been moved and seconded to add Carrie Bosses to the interview group. And so what that does mean is that the commission meeting it's already been agreed that the commission meeting would start at 8:30, and we would try to accommodate that one first, and that way we make our time longer in the front rather than in the back. So that's the way we'll do that. Is there any discussion of the motion? All right, then hearing none, I would ask for all in favor of the motion to add this candidate, say aye.
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 And any opposed? All right, great. So we will add her to the candidate pool to interview, and I think we're set with that. And we've agreed that we will add Colleen Melody to the candidate pool. I'm sorry, candidate pool. No, to the interview panel. And I believe that takes care of everything that we need. The proposed questions have been circulated to commissioners. If you have any additions or concerns or questions about those, please forward those concerns, questions, and additions to staff, and we will work from there. All right. Is there any other business to come to the commission today?
This is Jeff Spay. I have two questions. The first
Yes.
is, are we bound by the questions in that interview document? Or if we have additional questions, do they need to be provided in advance?
If you have additional questions you're going to ask every applicant, those need to be provided in advance. Those need to be part of our agreed question set. If you need clarification or follow-up from someone based on a question that we have asked and you ask them for more information, you certainly wouldn't be able to predict that. But if you actually want to add questions to the questions, to the list of questions we have, we need to formalize that and agree to them and add them.
What about in terms of questions specific to their background and information in their CVs?
Hey, Jeff, this is Sharon. Susan Danpulu, who's our labor and personnel attorney, is going to be present at the beginning of the executive session. We'll go in early. So I think because she's the best person to ask those questions. I mean, I think when we're doing interviews, we do that. But
I think that we can do that. We should just make sure with her how to proceed with that. But those are very specific to those are clarifications really from the person's CV and from the information they'll be giving us. If you have actual questions you want to add to the interview process, we need to formally add those. But obviously, asking someone to explain what this really means or whether it includes X or Y or whatever, those are appropriate clarifications, I'm sure.
Okay. And then one last point of clarification. I know that the interviews are on our calendars right now, but it doesn't say the order right now. Is someone going to be able to circulate just an agenda so we know who we're interviewing in what order?
Yes, we can definitely do that.
yeah, I'm going to put together packets for each person and send them to you, and I'll include their resumes again, and the questions and the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm just kind of mimicking how we do things here because I've never done this before for the director's position.
Yeah, that's what I've done director before, and that's what you do pretty much. That's the way it works. And yeah, I think as long as the question is relevant to clarifying the person's qualifications, I consider that part of follow-up, and I'm sure it is considered that way. If we just take off on a tangent with somebody, we can't do that. But we're trying to learn about them, so we need to be able to clarify things they've given to us. Any additional questions or any additional items for today?
None from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, anyone
None for
else?
me.
Thank you. All right, anything from staff that I missed?
Can't
Okay.
think of anything. Good job. This is
Oh,
difficult.
it is challenging, yeah. So thank you so much, everyone. We will adjourn the meeting, and we will have our next meeting on December, whatever that is. I think it's the 16th. I'm really getting confused. Yeah, and that meeting will be at 8:30. So thank you all very much, and have a great day.